Hey everyone, I'm DJ Fish, and welcome to the exciting world of Fish to Go movie reviews, where happiness is only $12 away.
Don't forget the 3D.
And $15 for 3D.
That's the picture.
It's now been a full week since I've started my 100 Days, 100 Movies challenge, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the encouragement for me to keep doing this. What a sucker. But really, 7 days.
I think I might be hallucinating.
But I do enjoy catching up on movies I haven't seen, especially the good ones. Though we all know every movie can't be good. What we do know is that every movie can be bad. The lucky ones just so happen to be good. I just wish I could say the same thing about Gus Van Sant's 2007 effort, Paranoid Park. Of course, you may recognize his name from excellent movies like Good Will Hunting and Milk. But this is more art house fare that we're dealing with. So if you need permission to leave, I suggest you ask me now. Did you ask? Alright, Mike, let's take a peek at this one.
Police are investigating a grisly scene at the Central Train Yard near downtown Portland.
You sure do act weird sometimes, because you'd think after what we did, you'd be a little more happy to see me.
I talked to your friend Jared. He says you almost went by the skate park on the night of the 17th. Let me tell you what my situation is. We'll have a witness that says he saw somebody throw something over the bridge into the river. We happen to have that object, and it's a skateboard. If you have anything to add, give me a call.
Oh man, that was so moody. Paranoid Park deals with a teenager who enjoys the skate culture as he sees it at this paranoid park. He's got a girlfriend, he's going to high school, he's got a pretty average teenage life as far as teenage years go. But he's soon caught up in an act of violence that he pretty much wants erased from his memory. What we see are the events leading to and from that act in a nonlinear fashion, resulting in a mixture of ambiguity and mystery. To be young again. Now, Gus Van Sant seems to have an appeal for youth culture, because Paranoid Park is one of many independent attempts of viewing this misunderstood age of adolescence, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, part of what I like about Gus Van Sant is that he boldly experiments with stories that nobody else would probably touch. And he's actually more successful when he brings that sensibility to convention with films like Good Will Hunting and Milk. But sometimes his string of indie films themselves feel just as misunderstood as his fascination with this age group. The only one that seemed to really reveal more and be consistently more involving by showing less was his masterful and poignant 2003 film, Elephant. Paranoid Park shares some similarities with Elephant through its direction and cinematography, which relies on varying styles of shooting methods like the long one take, and using a composition of distance and closeness to reveal insecurity and personality. This is a visually fantastic parallel reflecting the lives of the characters, only if these characters were a little more interesting to get involved with and the actors portraying them not so... That's probably because Gus Van Sant has a knack for showing truth by using non-professional actors, which has worked in the past, but that really shouldn't excuse him from the lack of truth these actors bring to realism that the film wants to achieve. A lot of the dialogue here I feel is way too exact and instantly spoken as if the characters never had any time to process what was actually said. And even though the teenager is writing in his notebook, and we do hear excerpts from that, why should we always be hearing him speak as if he's just listing off things he's written?
We did this, so he did that, and then I did this. Oh my god.
In that sense, I believe there is less truth to these characters, and I don't buy it. There's a scene where Alex is being interrogated by some authority, and it's really far ahead in the film, so we don't really know what impact it's going to have later. So that's the interesting part. But then it turns into an overly long conversation about what he ate at Subway. Right down to whether the amount of money he spent on his food was a meal with a 12-inch or a 6-inch with a soft drink. And the film kind of rolls along in that direction, kind of starting off mysterious and ambiguous and interesting, and then bowing out for an effect that's befuddling and not involving, which only made me crave a meatball marinara, because that sandwich is good from beginning to end. It's a film with attitude the same way these skaters in the film have attitude. It feels the need to be rad by being out there and escaping from the norm and preying on the misunderstood. But it's an experiment that Gus Van Sant has trailed before and has peaked with, which just makes this one look like a derivative and less appealing version of that film. Looks can be deceiving and it deceived me, so I'm giving this one a C-. Am I misunderstood for not liking this one? Maybe. If so, I don't really want to see a film about it. But if you have seen Paranoid Park, what did you guys think about it? Love it? Hate it? I'd like to know. Leave a comment down below, and if you like any of my reviews or just want to continue with my 100-day 100 movie challenge, then I highly suggest you subscribe. I'd love to stick around, but I've got 93 more movies to go, so please let me know of any suggestions and I'll give some love back to you. Freaky. And once again, I'm DJ Fish for Fish to Go Movie Reviews. Movie reviews on the go.
That's the picture.